Hello, everybody. I'm Michael, the Technology Library Associate. And given the current situation, our electronic resources are obviously more important than ever. So I thought I would start a weekly series called Tech Cookie, where I highlighted one of our online services so that you can get the most out of it until the time that we get to reopen again. So today I thought I'd highlight one of our newest offerings, which is Hoopla. We just added it in the last month or so. So it's brand new. There's a ton of content on there in a lot of different categories. And the other great thing is that there are no wait times. There are no holds. If you see something, you can borrow it right away. There is a limit that I'll get into in a minute, but you never have to wait. And so this is the homepage of Hoopla, hoopladigital.com. You can get here by either clicking the link on our homepage or the link from one of our recent newsletters, or you could just type in hoopladigital.com into the address bar of your web browser, and that will take you right there. Once you're on the homepage, if you haven't created an account yet, you're going to click this Get Started Today blue button right here. You'll need your library card barcode number, and then you'll go ahead and set up an account. Once you have it, you can log in. I've already set mine up, of course. Let's go ahead and log in today. I'm just going to click Login right here. And so this is your home page for Hoopla, My Hoopla. You'll notice there's a couple components. The most important ones are currently borrowed. So this shows you everything you have checked out right now. I currently have the movie Ex Machina checked out. You'll notice that it's going to return in 3 days. So from the time I borrow it, I have 72 hours to watch it. I could stream it in the web browser, or if I download the mobile app for Hoopla on my iPhone, my iPad, or my Android phone or tablet, it's a free app, of course. You can find it in the App Store on your device. At that point, you could actually download it for offline use. So should you need to watch it in a place where there's either weak Wi-Fi or no Wi-Fi, or you don't want to use your cellular data, you could download to your device and then watch it anywhere without using internet. But again, after 3 days, it will delete automatically. You'll also notice it says here you can borrow 4 more titles this month. So we have a limit of 5 titles per month. And a title could be a movie, it could be an audiobook, an ebook, anything, a music album. All of those count as one title. So once you hit 5 in the month, then you have to wait till the next month to get your next 5. So if you do hit the limit and you do see something you'd like to borrow, you can add it to your favorites. So if you go into favorites right here, you'll actually be able to see everything you've kind of bookmarked. I'll show you how to make a favorite in a minute. And then the minute that you're able to borrow again, you can go ahead and borrow. Again, the advantage of having the monthly limit is that there are no holds. You don't have to wait for anything. If you go up here to browse, you'll see all the different kinds of media that Hoopla offers. So we have audiobooks, we have movies, we have music, we have comics, ebooks, and television. So a lot of different kinds of media are available. Let's check one out. So let's say I wanted to listen to some music today. I'm going to click that link there. This will take me to the music page. Now you'll notice there's a lot of different ways to search the category. Right now this is featured, so this is kind of the new and hot stuff. 273 titles here. But if I just go to recommended, you could also see recommendations that'll be tailored to you once you set up Hoopla, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But I can also search for content as well. So if I go up here to the search bar and I click on music, let's say I recently watched a Grateful Dead webcast that I learned about by checking out the Montville Library newsletter that we just recently published about streaming music. And let's say I wanted to go further. So I'm going to go ahead and search in music for Grateful Dead. And then you'll notice I'll get all these results here. So it's not just albums, it's also mixes, it's also recommended playlists, a lot of different resources you could check out. Of course, being the Grateful Dead, there's a lot of live material available. So, for example, here we have a show from 1969 that I could go ahead and borrow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now just to show you what it looks like to borrow something in Hoopla. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. You'll notice here I get a track listing of all the songs that are on this album. Music titles are available for 7 days, so depending on the type of media, your borrowed window will be shorter or larger. And it also says this title is available for streaming and downloading. And downloading is mobile devices only. So I can't download this to my computer or my laptop. But if I have it installed on an iPhone or an Android phone, for example, I could actually download it for offline listening, like I mentioned earlier. You'll notice here there's a heart. That's your favorite button. So again, let's say I'd hit my limit for this month and I wanted to borrow this next month. I could make it a favorite, and then it'll be right there on my Hoopla sign-in. You'll also notice that down here we have some similar artist recommendations. So you can actually maybe put in one of your favorite bands, and then from there you can explore further into different bands. So a lot of powerful recommendation and search tools are built into Hoopla. But I found what I wanted, which is this album, so I want to go ahead and borrow it. So I'm just going to click borrow here. And again, it's going to warn me that it's available for 7 days after I borrow it, so I should only borrow it when I'm ready to listen to it in the next week at some time. And then I'm going to just go ahead and click borrow title. And if I go back to my Hoopla and currently borrowed, here's Ex Machina, and here is the Grateful Dead. So all of your current borrows will show right here. And that works pretty much with any of these categories. That's what's also great about Hoopla, is that the interface is the same across the different media types. So if I go to television, again, it's going to be the same recommended, featured, popular categories, and I could also launch a search up here. Finally, before I let you go, I just wanted to show you a couple quick things in the settings that are useful. So if you click this gear here, you're going to get settings. The first option is email. So you can get emails from Hoopla to stay up to date when they add new content, when they add new features. But if you'd like to not get those emails, you can just click no right here and turn it off. If you'd like to browse Hoopla only in kids mode, you can actually turn kids mode on permanently here or turn it off if you change your mind later. That'll always show you kid appropriate content when you do searches. If you just want to do it once at a time, you could also click kids up here next to the search bar, and then you will only get kid-friendly results. And borrowing history. So on your My Hoopla, it tracks what you borrowed recently. If you don't want that to display when you log in, you can hide that here. The most powerful thing, though, is recommendations. So you'll notice here in each different media type, there's a whole bunch of genres that you can select. So what you could do is choose your favorites so that recommended screen on your My Hoopla login will become a lot more relevant to you. So I definitely recommend to take a few minutes to just go into the settings here and choose your favorites in each of these categories, and you will get a much more relevant recommendation list each time you log in. And then finally, these last two settings here are boring but important. Email. So this shows you the email that you have registered to Hoopla, but if you wanted to change it, you could delete this email and then click Save Email, and then it'll be linked to that new email. And then, of course, password. If you ever wanted to change your password, you can go ahead and log in here by putting in your current password, and you can enter a new one. And this is also where you have your Reset Password button. So that's Hoopla in a nutshell, guys. It's a very powerful tool, a ton of content. There are thousands and thousands of titles, sometimes tens of thousands, in each of those categories. So I hope you guys can sign up and find some great content that you'll really enjoy. And we hope to see you at the library soon. Take care.